Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Fritz, representing for Love for Art, and I'm here with the director and producer of Jungle Fever Remake, Cliff Jean. What's up, bro?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Looking kind of familiar. You look, you know what I'm saying? Look like I was raised with you or something, like somewhat.
Yeah, I guess so.
But being that we here talking about it, I was a part of the film and had a great experience. I just want to kind of get an idea from you of what was your inspiration by doing a remake of a already existing film.
Oh man, the inspiration comes through Spike Lee and him wanting to do a dope film called Jungle Fever, and the idea of like, I guess the idea of like fetishizing white women and white men, I mean black men, I guess, in that discussion, and in that space talking about black family. So so I wanted to take two scenes from that film and just kind of like make a short out of it and just play.
I think it was a dope idea. As far as fetishizing and talking about that, and a lot of the relevance in films. Have you ever had that experience? I know I've had that experience. Don't want to speak too much about it, you know. But just that experience in itself. Have you had that experience? Does it play into when you were deciding to create this piece?
Yeah, big time. I think the story of Flipper and his wanting to be with a white woman is a story that I guess any black person, a black male, could walk into or can relate to, and him wanting to, and then also wanting his family back as well because of the decision of being with somebody other than his wife. It's a story that's really, in all, it's still a love story. It's a story about like losing love, and at the end of the film, gaining love, and and for me, those are the stories that that appeal to me the most around storytelling. So I wanted to do something around that. I wanted to do something around like telling the story of like a losing love for something as not even, I want to call it like something as random as like wanting to sleep with a woman outside of your race.
Why are you here? Why are you in my house?
I know that you're upset.
You finally went and got yourself a white girl, huh? You eventually had to go get yourself a white girl. Realize I'm not light enough.
What do you mean?
What do I mean is that you're a color-struck type of black dude, and you always, actually all the women you ever dated are light-skinned, and then you finally realized I wasn't light enough, and you had to go get yourself a white girl.
So who I used to date in the past, that's not the issue.
Yeah, the issue. So
I wanted to tell like that story, and I think that story, I think it's, I think that discussion needs to happen more so. Like, why do men cheat and the purpose of their cheating?
That's dope. As far as with the women that played the characters in this film, and that whole war council scene, which is one of the major, I would say like the most crucial scene in the actual film, in the remake. What was your way of directing all of those personalities, one, and just kind of making it kind of stand to the original in that regard, that actual scene?
That scene is always fun. Like, I like to collaborate with other like performers, artists, and so on and so forth. And as a director, as somebody who like to create, just like to create in general, it was easy because all I wanted to do was just create an atmosphere for these actresses to perform in. So there's like 5 actresses, 5 action.
And she's a low-class white girl. Probably didn't even graduate from high school.
Girl, that's true.
And that's what he left me for.
What? Guys, I always thought Flipper was like the ideal husband. But you could never tell. It's like, I promise promise you, they're like all dogs.
Worse.
Like every last one.
We're gonna have to start dating white men.
No. Stop.
She
tried it.
A white man.
She tried it.
She really did. She really tried it.
It's true. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, 5 different personalities, and then within the script, 5 different points of views, and I think it's like a healthy way of kind of like having just having black women in particular, talk about their experiences around relationship and how they view themselves within the society, in relationship of like dating, being with a black man. I just feel like that discussion needs to happen more so, and I thought it was fun. So what I wanted to do is not to have them like I write it and then they perform it. I wanted for them to have like kind of like they perform it, and they create their own like language and wording around it, so they can be able to, so it could be more of their voice in the piece versus me just telling them what I think the audience should hear. And for me, the audience, I always feel like the more authentic that you are as an artist, the more it will appeal to an audience. So I wanted to just give them the space, and have them know the structure in terms of like what's been written, and just have them perform and just shoot it, with the cinematographer, Akil Bakari.
And
So,
you had a lot of because you said a lot of rewriting. Who was someone that helped you with the rewriting of some of these of the dialogue?
Oh yeah, Crystal Hill. She kind of written, which is like the main. She played
The
Drew.
love interest, yeah. Drew.
Yeah, she played Drew, and she wanted to upgrade the discussion, so she put a lot of today's voice in the piece, so the audience, so it could feel like more of a up to date, like today's time, what women of I guess like dating now, what it would sound like and be. So she did a lot of the kind of like the touch ups. I won't even say like the rewrites, just like the touch ups of just like what a woman today would say and approach, like somebody cheating.
I mean, it translated a lot. A lot of the discussion just off air. A lot of the discussion was like intense. It was getting real. I was in there like, I don't know how long we're gonna be here, but when can we look out for this actual piece?
This piece should come out somewhere around like Valentine's Day. February 14th, right?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Not on camera right now. Don't
Okay,
risk it all. Don't be flipper out here.
All right. So I would say like we're looking at Valentine's Day. Somewhere around Valentine's Day it should be out. We still, I mean, we are in post production now, and we're just looking we're cutting things. We're coloring things. We're looking for sound. We're looking for music. So yeah. So hopefully, hopefully, we get something out then.
That's dope. I need to look out for that. Before we go,